And we back. And the Orlando Magic might be back too, man. They won the draft lottery. I'm repping the Orlando Magic today, man, because we are rebuilding their team. Last year, they traded away Nikola Vucevic to Chicago, got the 7th overall pick in window card, and both players played amazingly for them. So they had the 4th overall pick, they took Jalen Suggs. 7th overall pick, they took Franz Wagner. And now they have the 1st overall pick in the 2022 NBA draft. And they got some big old decisions to make, and I'm here to help that out. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe. Let's go get the Orlando Magic a championship. Eventually. So this is what their team looks like. They have a ton of bodies. I mean, a ton of bodies. And all of these players obviously cannot play for us this season, next season, right? I love what I saw from Wendell Carter this season. I love what I saw from Cole Anthony this season. Franz Wagner was a surprise player for us. Markelle Fultz, we got to figure out what we're doing with Markelle. Is he going to progress? We got to see what year 2 of Jalen Suggs looks like. We even got like Chuma Okeke, who was nice. We got Bo, the absolute legend. And we got to figure out what the heck we do with Jonathan Isaac, because like I said, we just got so many bodies here. And now we got the 1st overall pick. And I understand that majority of people see the 1st overall pick in real life and immediately think Chet Holmgren, because that's what everybody has been saying for the entirety of this year. Chet Holmgren's going number 1. Don't ask about anything else. It's Chet. Well, me, Kenny Beecham, college basketball expert. I say X because back in the day I used to love college basketball, but now at the age of 25, I don't really have time to watch it. I'm not taking Chet Holmgren 1st overall. I'm taking Jabari Smith Jr. Yeah, I'm not telling you that this is what your Orlando Magic should do or will do, but me, if I was a general manager of them, yeah, Jabari Smith Jr. is the guy I'm going after, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to build with him at the helm. Yes, sir. Here we go. Select this pick, 82 overall. That's making me rethink everything. But no, it's not. 1st overall pick is done. Jabari Smith Jr., welcome to Orlando. The first overall. You really think about it? In the last 30 years, the Orlando Magic has had the 1st overall pick like 4 times. They had Shaq, Penny Hardaway / Chris Webber. How does that work? I don't even remember. Dwight Howard, and now Jabari Smith Jr. Maybe. I don't know. Paolo Banchero. Sure, I thought Chet Holmgren was going number 3, but no, Keegan Murray does. EJ Liddell goes number 4. Kennedy Chandler, I don't even recognize that name. Like I said, ex-college basketball expert. I don't know something. And Chet he falls to number 6. That's a steal if you're the Indiana Pacers, low key. I didn't realize we had a couple 2nd-round picks too. All right. Nikola Jovic. Do we go Nikola Jovic? Johnny Jusang. I watched him in a college basketball tournament a few years ago. Ju Timmy is here. I know that name. I think we go Nikola Jovic just because his name is cool. All right, great. W draft, L draft, you let me know in the comment section. Actually, don't let me know. You can't comment until we win this championship. Once we win this championship, you feel me? I'm gonna let Mo Wagner walk. I know Franz probably won't be too happy about that, but it is what it is. I'm also gonna let Bo walk. If Mo Bamba's only expecting $10 million, I might bring Mo back. I guess when me drafting Jabari Smith, there's a big log jam here at the power 4 position. The easier thing would have been to draft Chet and just let Chet be the new center. Let Wendell stay at the 4. But I watched Wendell here in Chicago for a few years. I know he can run. I know he can run the 5. I know he can run the 5 effectively. Yes, we're gonna be small, but it's gonna work out. You just got trust. I was gonna say trust the process. That's not Orlando. We don't trust the process. But trust me, Kenny Beach. Especially if Zubac is an unrestricted free agent all of a sudden, and he wants like $5 million. I'll take that 7-foot Zubac to come off our bench, I guess. Like that feels like an absolute steal. Dubs. We did that, and I don't care about nothing else. All right, we gotta trade. John Isaac. Oh, Bo is back. All right, here's player progression for the 1st year. I was hoping Franz Wagner would jump a little bit more than that, but he did not. We got like Terrence Ross and John Isaac for like a team that's buying. We are not here to win a championship or even compete for a playoff spot in this 1st season. They even got. There's just so many bodies, bro. We gotta free something up right off riff. I was gonna say we're gonna wait to see who's buying and try to steal some draft equity, but there's just so much. Did I also mention that this is not a hyper-realistic rebuild? Did I mention that? I hope I mentioned that earlier. I'm not here to build like I think they will do in real life. This is just Kenny Beecham. You know what? Let's just do some simulator. I'm gonna wait and see what teams are doing what before I make a decision on John Isaac and before I make a decision on Terrence Ross. I said we weren't gonna be a playoff team. I absolutely lied. We are the 5 seed, and it's not by a lie. It's only 2 games above the 8 seed, which means that we could maybe fall out if we make this trade that I'm thinking about. Let's see how our players are playing. Everybody's morale is high, so that's fun. Jabari Smith's averaging about 13 and 7, which is pretty good for a rookie. Also, you can probably still hear it in my voice. Yes, I am sick. Why the heck is Franz Wagner's shot tendency so low? This is the deal. This is the deal I am making with myself, and I'm making with y'all. From here on out of 2K22, I will adjust shot tendencies how I see fit because it is my team, and I want to tell Franz Wagner, you are good, my boy. Shoot more than 44. Is that acceptable? He's one of our best players on our team. He's averaging less than 10 points per game because 2K's got his shot tendency so low. Anyway, right over. We got some teams that are definitely buying, which is very interesting. I'm looking for, like, if you're buying, I'm looking for draft equity in the future from you. You know? If I'm giving you Jonathan Isaac, you got to give me like 2 first-round picks or something. 2 future first-round picks. And to give me an expiring contract. The 76ers, y'all could use Jonathan Isaac. Do you have an expiring contract? Toby has 2 years left. I'm not taking Toby's contract. No way. No way. I'm not bringing him back to Orlando. Unless you give me 3 first-round picks. But that's not going to happen. Ton of teams buying, though. You look at it, bro. Ton of teams buying. Which is a great sign for this video, man. I'm just trying to find the right contract to make it happen. And that's the struggle part so far. Gallinari, add him to my list. Yup, Gallinari, expiring contract, 21 M's, would be the exact type of player that we would want to trade for to a team that's buying, 100%. The Lakers are buying as the worst team in basketball. If you're buying, I would legitimately do it, and I will buy bro out. Go to another team. What else? What else do we have here? Okay, Davis Bertans, big old contract. I add that to my list is 4. Dang, just like that, my list has got 4. Who added Mo Bamba and DeAndre Ayton to my list? Who added Markel Fultz to the trade finder? That wasn't. That was my other assistant GM. He trying to do stuff behind my back. I'm going back to see other teams. I think there's a lot of teams out here that will have stuff that we could potentially trade for. My eyes are open wide because I'm excited about downsizing my team, even though we're a playoff team. Might not be the smartest thing, but I'm thinking big picture. We're not winning the championship with this current roster. So let's, again, think big picture here. And John Isaac gets under contract for years and years for y'all. We'll give you Terrence Ross as well. You need a little bit more shot creation on this team, don't you? You could give us back Kevin Knox. Look, we taking away all the bad contracts. They're a good team this season, so give us 2025 unprotected. Give us 2027 unprotected. They want Bol. I legitimately didn't even want Bol in my team. 2025, 2027 unprotected. What year are we in? 2023. You know what? Let's try to get a pick a little bit closer than that. Now that I know that you're interested, let's try to get a pick a little bit closer than that. They're good this year, so let's get 2024 and 2026 instead. They want Bol. They want to give me 3 first rounders. Who am I to tell them that they can't have Bol? Who am I to tell them that they can't have Bol? You want Bol that bad? I give you Bol that bad. You know what I'm saying? All right, so now we make that trade and we freed up some time for some other people. Will we completely fall off a ledge now that we don't have one of the best defensive players in all of basketball? Maybe. We won the first game after. I should have gone talk to the Celtics. I mean, the Lakers, shouldn't I? Wait, let me just go look and see what the Lakers draft equity looks like. Oh, never mind. They have stuff in the future, which could be valuable, but they don't have their this year picks. So I'm not even mad that I didn't get Russell Westbrook on the team. Instead, we got Gallinari, who will not play a single minute for this organization, or Kevin Knox. They just won't play. The day that this cold goes away is the happiest day of my life, by the way. I'm just letting you know. For the past week, I've been recording videos for this channel, my baseball channel, my NBA Talk channel, my quiz channel. I've been uploading videos and recording videos on 4 channels for a week straight where my voices sound terrible. The show must go on, though. Show must go on. We fell off a little bit, but we did get the Rookie of the Year, which is dope. Let me see what the other players. Oh, my gosh. Sharp average 18 points per game. Shout out to him. Johnny Davis averaged about 13 or 14. Okay. None of the other, like, high overall picks to do anything. Paolo averaged 9. Chet averaged 8. So I'm happy with what we did. Extremely happy about what we did. All right, so we fell off, which is okay. Josh Giddey is all-NBA first team in year 2 of his NBA career. He averaged a triple-double. Jesus Christ. I did not expect that to happen. John Nice, the all-NBA first team, by the way. So shout out to the Atlanta Hawks. Did y'all turn up? They're the 4th seed. Can we make the playoffs? I don't even want to. I legitimately would rather lose this play-in game, and we did. Great. That means we got more lottery balls. I did not look at this year as a year of championshipness. This is a year for growth. And the Pistons almost just won the NBA Finals. What did y'all even do? Bradley Beal's on the team. Oh, they spent a lot of money. Bradley Beal, Mitchell Robinson, and Victor Oladipo are all on the team. Those are new additions. But this team, the Timberwolves, end up winning the championship. Shout out to them. All right. Year 2 is another big year for us. We won't have a top lottery pick, but we're going to be in the lottery here. We got the Bulls' first round pick this year from the Vucevic trade, and it's 6th overall. So we got 6 and 14 are great. 6 and 14 are absolutely great for this year's draft. I did not load in a 2023 draft class because I haven't found one that makes the most, that don't have people super OP, bro. When you get to year 2023, even these ones are like suspect to me. At least this guy has, he updated it 25 times. So can it be that bad? I guess it kind of set myself back because I had scouted all those other dudes and now I didn't scout anybody. And I don't know any of these names either. So I don't know. I guess I'll keep it. And hopefully they're not 90 overall players like some draft classes I see. All right, so how do we do this offseason? Markelle Fultz, 3-star value, 14th overall pick. There's got to be a team out there that underachieved that might have something that we want. I'm trying to figure out how much we want to accelerate the timeline because if you take a look over at teams that maybe underperformed this season and are selling, you got the Utah Jazz. And as you know, there's a guy named Donovan Mitchell who's 26 years old. So he would be accelerating the timeline for sure, but it's not like he's like 30 something, you know, pull off a trade. What is the biggest trade in Orlando Magic history other than, I guess, the Penny Hardaway trade? I think that's it. Acquiring Vince Carter from the Nets in 2009 is on this list, but Penny Hardaway is the number one because he's Penny Hardaway. I think personally, we can talk to this team. We will give you only 25-year-old Markelle Fultz, who's good. He just had a really good season for us. He averaged 17 and 5. That's off the bench, by the way. He had a really good year. Unfortunately, we don't have any more contracts other than Zubac. And I like Zubac as a big body. Look at the stats he put up. He shot 70% from the field off the bench. We have the 14th overall pick. Do we give them 6? We have to give them 6. We have to. We give them 6, and we'll give you Hawks for next year. We give you, that Nuggets pick might be somewhat valuable because I don't know what the heck happens to Jokic once he gets free. 2027 Hawks. 2 of the Hawks picks are not enough. Can I throw you Zubac? Do I have to throw you Zubac? We do. Zubac, I hate to see you go, my boy, but we had to do what we have to do. Oh, that's frustrating, but it had to be done. It had to be done. Donovan Mitchell is now in Orlando Magic. Okay, all right. Cole Anthony, Donovan Mitchell, Franz Wagner, Jabari Smith, and Wendell Carter. That's a really good starting lineup. Really, really good starting lineup. I love that. They also had the number 7 pick, so they had 6 and 7. I think the Jazz came out on top of that trade, bro. They had 6 and 7, and they got some draft picks for the future, and they got Zubac and Markelle Fultz. That's a really good trade for them. I mean, I'm the one that sent it to them, so I thought it was cool. But you know what I'm saying? I thought that was a really good trade for them. I believe I let RJ Hampton walk in free agency. I just know he's going to want a little bit more money down the line. Or do we let Chuma Okeke walk? One of these 2 players cannot be on our team this season. And maybe because we have this log jam at the wing position, we let him walk and we keep RJ Hampton. And RJ Hampton is a little bit younger. Chuma Okeke, I'm a big fan, for real. But I think it makes the most sense for our team to let you go to your own little path. You know what I'm saying? You want $10 million? I hope you get that. You're not getting it from me, but I hope you get it from somebody. All right, Wendell averaged 14 and 9, which is good. I hate that they don't have him shooting threes in this game because he had a really good year shooting the three-pointer. He didn't shoot a single 3 this season. That's so stupid. But I'm trying to figure out with the money that we have, because if you look at it, We didn't have to re-sign Cole Anthony yet. We haven't had to re-sign Franz Wagner. Maybe we shouldn't use this money because we will have to re-sign all these people. But we have a little bit of money that we could potentially use. Like, we can afford to bring in Fred VanVleet. We can afford to bring in Bradley Beal. We can afford these things. But just because hey, this is Kenny Beecham. Lesson 101. Just because you can afford to do something don't mean you should. Yeah, there you go, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen, there you go. You know, just because you can afford to do it don't mean you should. So you know what? I won't. I'm not going to. I'm gonna sign another big body. I'm gonna go get us a solid backup point guard, but that's cheap. Spencer Dinwiddie, relatively cheap. Can bring him in 2 years with a little player option. You can get a player. I can get a player option. Oh, never. He says he's not very interested in that. Okay. All right, man, I guess that's fine. I'll give you a similar deal. All right, and now we're hoping that like Franz Wagner, Jabari, and all of those guys get a lot better. Jabari jumps up to 85. Franz is getting left in the dirt, which is so stupid because I think he has the potential to be really good in this league, but he hasn't been. Oh, we also had the 14th overall pick. I don't understand what this is. How does it say he's a 2-year pro and he's never touched the floor? We actually just drafted him 14th overall. I mean, I won't complain, I guess. But that makes no sense whatsoever. I don't know what that came from. I don't understand it. That's why I didn't want to go in the draft class because they be bugging. Really be bugging. Okay, our new starting lineup is pretty good though. We got some good players here. Jalen Suggs is now one of the best 6 men in the entire league. RJ Hampton, low-key, I know I brought you back, but I'm giving your minutes to Nikola Jovic because we need another bigger body down there. Because I signed Steven Adams without thinking that he was 30 years old at this point. All right, first game with the new lineup. Let's see what we do. Again, I don't expect us to be a championship team this season. I just want growth from Jabari, who might hit 90 overall club if he progresses the same way. And look at Franz in game 1. I need that Franz so 2K can stop messing with your progression. Go ahead and, he put up a stinker. Donovan Mitchell, though, really good. Bro, what is happening with Josh Giddey? Is Josh Giddey about to be this nice in the next 2 seasons? Oh, the Bulls got Victor Wembanyama. Oh, that's a dub. Shout out to the Chicago Bulls, bro. That's a big-time dub. How did you add his pick, though? Because didn't you trade me your pick this season? How did you end up with the pick that was 2nd overall to get Victor Wembanyama? Victor Wembanyama. It's just a fun name to say if you really think about it. Darius Bazley, 6-man. John Isaac is defensive player of the year. Yep, we traded him away. I don't even feel bad about it. Shout out to him. I hope he's doing well. Keegan Murray wins most improved player. And then we ended up being a 2 seed, by the way. So we played really well this season. I don't know if we're necessarily a championship contender. Jabari Smith Jr., NBA 3rd team in his 2nd year in the league. So far, when you compare him to his peers, with Chet Holmgren and Paolo Banchero, he's been the best of the 3 so far. Let's see, Banchero's 87 though, so he's had a high overall. What's your shot tendency though? It's a good, okay, shot tendency, average league shot tendency. He just hasn't been playing amazingly, I guess. And then Chet, similar numbers. We made the right decision. All right, we're the number 2 seed. Who are we going against in this first round? It is the Brooklyn Nets, who, if I'm not mistaken, were just in the championship last season. I don't know how this team is a 7 seed, but I guess they were a 7 seed in real life. Can we beat them? 1, yes. 2, no. 3, yes. No. Yes. All right. Cool. Now we go against the Charlotte Hornets, who have LaMelo Ball. Who else? Terry Rozier. Same team other than Drummond being at the 5, but this team is better because LaMelo Ball is better. LaMelo Ball put up 38 in game 1, but it didn't matter because we are just like that. Did I turn this team around? We just traded for Donovan Mitchell. This is, oh, Jokic is on the team. Okay. All right, because I was just thinking like Sharp won like, what did he win last season? 6 man of the year or something? No, he averaged like almost 15 to 17 or something. And they lost Bradley Beal, and they used that money to pick up Nikola Jokic. They picked up Jeremy Grant. They picked up Colin Sexton. That team scares me. Game 1 is a Washington Wizards win. Sharp is actually the real deal, apparently. Game 2 is a Washington Wizards win. This time it was Colin Sexton. Game 3 is a Washington Wizards win. It's not very often on this channel you see me get swept. But I did not go into that thinking this was a championship team. That's why I did not decide to make any adjustments. Did you see that was an 8 seed that made it to the finals? This simulation is crazy already. But I do believe another year under the belt for some of these players and things are going to go a lot better. The Warriors had the first overall pick, like organically. Steph Curry and company, are they gone? They retired? Or they just, no, they probably just old as dirt at this point. I mean, we are in the year 2024. That's not even that far from now. What am I talking about? We've been talking a lot of accelerate the timeline, accelerate the time. Mark Williams wants $28 million. Thank God we didn't draft him. Oh, my, we did draft him. We did draft him. Good thing I let him go, I guess. Wait, when did we let him go? He went to Milwaukee and played really, really well. Y'all tripping. Yeah, the Bulls, y'all made the right decision. If Patrick Williams only gonna be 81 overall, I'm not giving him 27 million. I'm not giving a dude that's sub 80 overall 28 M's. I don't care about your potential, because your potential not gonna have you make it close to a match. I had to let Nikola Jovic go, because he bugging himself. And I messed with you. I wanted to keep you around. Your name is cool, and you almost at 80 overall. But no, they took it to the extreme with those. I'm good on it. Franz Wagner, that's why I keep simulating, hoping that Franz is going to turn up. But I did accelerate the timeline of bringing in Nerlens Noel, who's the greatest backup center of all of basketball. So that's great. But what we did see is that Jabari is almost 90 overall club. So at this point, we got close to 290 overalls. Donovan Mitchell's up for an extension, or I guess has to be re-signed after the season. I'm not really concerned about it. I believe that he will come back if we don't win this championship. We're going to make this a 10-man rotation now, at least for the regular season. I might even make it 11 low-key, so we don't have Wendell Carter getting all of the center minutes, but now we also have Nerlens. This has been a slow grind here, but Jabari is ready. He just made all-NBA third team with the stats last year. I mean, he might average 25 this year. You know what? I'm going to make sure he averages 25 because I think he's ready for it. What's your shot tendency now? Oh, it's actually been progressing by itself. I haven't touched it since the last time y'all saw me do it. But I'm going to change some of these up here. Like Cam Johnson's shot tendency should be higher. What's your three-point shot tendency, actually? That's all I care about. Okay, it's an 84. That's pretty good. I'm going to raise that just a little bit. I want you to take all open threes, my boy. Number 1 seed, but it's not by a ton. It's not like we destroying the game. The Bulls are actually good again. I don't know. Oh, there's Jonathan. No, not Jonathan. Who am I thinking about? Victor Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama must be an absolute stud in this simulation right now. But I'm going to see who's selling, rebuilding, and try to snag some pieces. Victor Wembanyama is up there. They got Anthony Edwards in Chicago. I don't know what this simulation turned into, but I'm happy it turned into it. I'm happy it turned into it because my favorite team in the league is good. The team that I'm controlling currently is good, and I just like that. You know what I'm saying? I can smile at all the greatness that's going on. I honestly don't even know what I will be looking for from a selling team. I don't think so. But you know, I already broke the realism lid by trading for for Donovan Mitchell, right? I already broke the lid wide open. 32, I gotta make up $32 million? Oh, we just don't have a way to do that. Oh, we just don't have a way to do that. 32? That's insane. I mean, yeah, 32. Okay. Why did I think there was a legit chance that I could get Joel Embiid for some reason? Nobody's gonna get him because 2K doesn't do superstar trades by themselves, but dang. And I definitely don't want Harden from that selling team, so I don't know. All right, we go back to look for another selling team. I thought there was a chance, y'all. I thought there was a chance. I low-key kind of forgot that Jalen Suggs was even on the team. He's the best backup shooting guard in all of basketball. What do we even need? What am I even out there trying to buy? A better backup center? Like what? I don't know. We don't even have contracts. Everybody else, everybody that's making any money for my team, I like them on my team. So if I could throw Nerlens, Harrison Ingram, and then one of the Hawks picks and get a good backup center, I'll do it. But it seems unlikely because the contracts don't make nothing. That's no money. We talk about league minimum players, you know, so it's not going to happen. I would have to give up somebody big in my lineup, which I don't really want to do. I mean, Jalen Suggs, Jalen sucks. You know what I'm saying? But even then, his contract ain't kicked. He ain't got an extension yet. So even these trades are gonna look bad. Scotty, oh wow. But that's not even that much of an upgrade because nowadays Jalen Suggs is just as good as Scotty. And if you remember that draft class, that they went right before and after each other. I think I let it ride with the team we got. There's nothing out there for our team to trade for right now. So I won't force anything. We gonna let it ride. We are the 1 seed. And I think this year, with our extra experience, we're better than we were last. Luka's great. Cool, we knew that. I don't know how Marjan just won Rookie of the Year when he was in 3 years ago's draft class, but whatever. Keontae George won 6th Man of the Year. Giannis, Amari Bailey is here. Whose face scan is that? Whose face scan is that? He's super familiar looking, but I could not tell you. Jamal Mosley was Coach of the Year. That's us if you did not know. Do we have any NBA players? We better have at least Orlando Magic. There we go. He only averaged 18 though. But I guess the defense is great. He's shooting 43% from 3 as a power forward. I mean, that's dope. I'm hoping that we run into the Washington Wizards again because I want all the smoke. Oh, we might see them in the 2nd round. I want all the smoke with them, bro. You don't beat us last year, embarrassingly sweep us. Oh, but now we got Jabari versus Chet in the 1st round. Actually, let's lock in on this. Let's lock in on this. I don't know if we need to lock in because they're the 8th seed for a reason. But we'll do that. Washington almost blew their game. Okay. All right. You do not embarrass us last year, sweeping us, and think you're going to get away with it. We going to sweep y'all this season. Game 1. Oh, we didn't sweep. We didn't sweep. But a series win is just as good as a sweep if you ask me. As long as it get done, it get done. Jabari Walker's now there with the Celtics. Robert Williams and the rest of the team looks about the same. Marcus Smart's probably coming off the bench because usually what happens to him in these simulations, he gets a little bit worse. And then he starts to come off the bench. Yep, exactly. They got Kevon Looney and Matisse Thybulle. Matisse Thybulle, originally drafted by the Boston Celtics, if you didn't know. It looked like we're going to be able to get to this conference, out of this conference finals pretty easily. And now we're going against the Houston Rockets, who have... Oh, they drafted Keegan Murray. I forgot. I thought they drafted Paolo, but he went somewhere else. So, Tyrese Maxey, Jalen Green, Keegan Murray, Jayshawn Tate, and Usman Uraba. All right, I feel pretty good about this matchup as they take game 1. I feel pretty good about this matchup as they take game 2. Okay. Now is the perfect time to make changes. They want to have Donovan Mitchell come off the bench. Now that is wild. Imagine me traded for Donovan Mitchell to be a superstar and they trying to bench him for Jalen Suggs. Imagine that. I'm going to stick to my guns and say Donovan Mitchell deserves to be there. And he had a big game, I'm guessing. Yes, he did. I mean, that's a big game by my standards. All right, let's fight back. Let's fight back. Yeah, I don't know who had home court advantage. It was probably us. But it's back to a 0-0 series. Best of 3 at that point. We win that one with Jabari having a huge game. Jabari does not win Finals MVP, but instead it is Cole Anthony who said he's feeling great. He's feeling excited. 6 blocks from Jabari in the closeout game is amazing. 5 offensive rebounds, 8 offensive rebounds from Wendell Carter. They said he was too small to be the starting center of a championship team, and he said, no, I'm not. And he did exactly that. I mean, he was going against Garamba, who's also 6'8". We actually had the advantage, but it is what it is. Orlando Magic rebuild. It only took like 4 years, 3 years, but we did it. It wasn't hyper-realistic, but hopefully it was fun. If it was fun for you, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.